This is the #1 way to pay your credit card so your credit score increases every single month. This is one of the biggest and most confusing things that people actually struggle with, is when exactly to pay their credit card. So you can squeeze out every single point out of your credit score every single month. Because let's be honest, nobody taught us about credit or credit cards or even when to pay your credit card. So it's kind of confusing for just about everybody, let's be honest. And I'll be completely honest with you, when I got into credit cards, I had no idea how to pay my credit card properly, and that it truly affected how my credit score goes up and down and drives people absolutely crazy. So the question is, should I pay it by the due date? Should I pay it by the statement opening date or the statement closing date? There are all kinds of dates that just confuse you. So on today's episode, I'm going to break down every date and its importance and exactly when you should pay your credit card, so you can squeeze out as many points out of your credit score as you can every single month consistently, because that's the #1 thing that everyone gets wrong. Credit is about the ability to repay consistently. But before we get into this video, make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button so this video gets out to more people so everyone can stay informed. So let's go ahead and jump into this video because I just don't want it to be super long. So we're gonna do 3 different credit card statements. We're gonna do one from Capital One, one from Discover, and one from Chase Bank. And I want you to see the similarities in all of them because there's one very important date they all have in common, of course. Now let's put all 3 of them up on the screen so everyone can see. The #1 date that everyone is laser focused in on is going to be the due date because it sounds important. Your payment due date. Make a minimum payment by this date, and that only exists if you're carrying a balance. If you decide to make the minimum payment, you're going to incur interest fees. This is where your $20 turns into $25 or $30, depending on how crappy the credit card truly is. But your payment due date represents the previous month's balance. So if you're not carrying an actual balance from the previous month, then you actually don't have a due date. But you always want to make sure that you at least have it set to make the minimum payment on your due date every single month, so you never miss a payment. Because if you get one late payment can drop your credit score all the way down to 120 points. But here's where things change. If you see your credit card statement, you're going to see something called the closing date. This is the date that you want to be laser focused on, because this is exactly when the credit card company stops calculating all your charges. Everything freezes, and that balance is what gets reported. Now here's the part that people mess up. That balance is what goes to the credit bureaus. So anytime you pay your credit card, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time so it actually processes and reports a 0 balance, or as close to 0 as possible. So let's say, for instance, your statement closing date is the 20th. You need to pay it off at least 2 to 3 days before that. That way the payment clears and you report the lowest balance possible. Now here's the part where you level up. Once your statement closing date hits, you want to stop using the credit card completely for about 3 to 7 days. Why? Because we want that 0 balance to actually report. But the biggest mistake that people make is they pay off their credit card and then they immediately start to use it again. So when it reports, it still shows a balance. And now they're confused and their credit score didn't go up. It's the biggest thing that drives people crazy. They're like, I don't understand what I'm doing here. This makes no sense to me. I paid my credit card off and then it reported a balance. Well, because you didn't leave a grace period window there open. It's the biggest thing that I teach all of my clients. Understanding to just stop using the credit card for 5 to 7 business days is really key. Well, it doesn't have to be 5 business days, but 5 to 7 days, period. Because doing this, we're truly taking control of our credit score, because there are only 5 factors of credit: payment history, credit utilization, credit age, credit mix, and inquiries. But notice how none of those say activity. And that's exactly why you want to consistently report 0 balance over and over and over again. That's how you stabilize your credit score, and that's how you grow it. Because the biggest, most ridiculous misconception about credit cards is, I have to keep a balance, I have to be in debt in order to have a really good credit score. That's an absolute lie. That's taught by amateurs that don't understand credit reporting. When the 5 factors clearly tell you, those are the 5 factors that make up your credit score. There's no going around any of that. The only thing that changes that, those 5 factors, is when you get a late payment, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies. Anytime you add any negative item, that's what changes your credit score. or you are always carrying a balance. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Luis. Luis's credit score went up 261 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And Jency's credit score went up 225 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. But let's not forget James. James's credit score went up 207 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. Last part's the most important. The credit reporting system and the credit scoring system is built on risk. So think about it like this. If you're carrying a balance, the higher the balance you carry, the more risk you are of defaulting. And that's not what the banks want to see. That's not what the credit scoring system wants to see. The credit scoring system wants to see that you are a responsible borrower. And responsible borrowers do not carry balances because they don't owe the bank any money. They just use the card and pay it off consistently every single month. But I want to circle back to something really quick. We're going to put it up on the screen. So let's put it up on the screen here. As you can see, breaking down your credit score. I want everyone out there to take a screenshot of this and save it on your phone. Send it to all of your friends and share this video with all your friends so you can truly understand that you control your credit score. Credit cards don't control it. Debt doesn't control it. Having more debt does not equal a higher credit score. In fact, you don't have to carry balances on your credit cards to have a high credit score. And a little insider tip here, you don't have to have credit cards period to even have a good high credit score. That's just a huge myth. Everyone tells you, you gotta get this card, you gotta get that card, you gotta have a credit card. Well, what if I told you that these 5 factors are what truly control your credit score, as I said earlier, but pay attention to the biggest one, the 2 biggest ones, which is payment history. That makes up 35% of your credit score, and that is basically paying on time all the time. And then the next one is credit utilization. That's 30% of your credit score. That's 65% of your credit score if you control those 2. But think about this hypothetically. If you remove credit utilization, you don't have to worry about it. You've actually mastered it by not having any credit cards, because credit utilization is what completely and wholeheartedly makes your credit score go up and down. You could carry a balance, not carry a balance, increase your balance, and your credit score just goes up and down, and it drives people crazy. And people just struggle with that every single day. When I have clients, they're like, Mike, my credit score went up 6 points. It went down 20 points. It went up 10 points. Like, just stop worrying about your credit score so much and stay focused on mastering all 5 of these actual factors of credit. Now, if you pay attention right next to where I put breakdown of points, payment history gets you 192 points maximum in that category if you get no late payments. Credit utilization is going to get you 165 points if you always maintain below 9% utilization, but 0 is always the goal. Credit age is how long your credit cards and credit accounts have been open. It's not just credit cards, but credit accounts have been open. It gives you what's called an average age of credit. Then credit mix is 55 points, and that is the different type of mix of credit that you have on your credit profile. Now, inquiries, or they call it searching for new credit, is 55 points. You control 550 points of your credit score. You automatically just get 300 points just for playing the game of credit and being responsible. So as you can see right there, you truly control all of your credit score. You just don't really know how to do it properly, and that's the biggest thing. So I hope I really gave you clarity here, because everyone really makes it way too confusing and overcomplicated when it's really not. We just pay on time, we don't keep getting a bunch of credit, and we don't owe any debt. It's just that simple. But understand something, installment loans like home loans, car loans, those don't hurt your credit score like a credit card can easily. So just always remember that. Keep it simple, don't overthink it, and you're done. And your credit score will maintain at a very high level every single month. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We covered exactly how to pay your credit card so your credit score grows consistently. Now, if you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here, because it's going to show you how AI will do all the work for you, mail your letters, and it comes with the 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.